Hello, you beautiful, wonderful, crazy bastards and beautiful human beings. I did a video the other day, this one here, where I talked about how I was going through some emotions, which, yeah, that's part of being human. And I said if any of you are feeling a little bit the same way, you're struggling with something, you're suffering, you can leave a comment on that video. And we got 4 or 5 really long, really in-depth, really beautiful and vulnerable comments. I'm going to go through, I'm going to be here for you. We're all going to support you together. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I can't remember if I've shown you guys this. So ages ago, I put a video on the channel where I talked about one of these bad boys that I got to play at my friend's house. This is called a handpan or a hangpan drum. And when you hit it, it makes cool sounds. How fucking cool is that? So I've been having a lot of fun with this. I am not very good at playing it yet. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm kind of just hitting different things and seeing if it sounds good. I'll play you like nothing interesting, but sounds kind of cool. So I've been having fun with that. That's a lot of fun. Andy took up a new hobby. Let's answer some of your questions. And really, a lot of these are not even questions. It's more you guys and girls just opening up and being really vulnerable, which I love. Let me get myself into a nice little position here. Let's settle in because some of you wrote a hell of a lot, and this could be a 2-hour video. Let's go. So John Boromir says, yes, I've also gone through a breakup recently too, but it ended up being long distance for 2 years, and I didn't want to do long distance in the first place. Oh my God, I can relate to that, my friend. That's been one of the things that Imi and I have been navigating is, to a very large extent, I wasn't really fully happy with not being able to go and date other people on my own. And she wasn't really fully happy with us sleeping with women together. And so it was kind of us figuring out if we could make it work, if it was something that we wanted to gently move away from each other, which is obviously what we settled on. So yeah, man, I understand the feeling of like doing something, but you're not quite happy with it, but you're not sure if it's a deal breaker or you're not able to have the sort of boundaries, I guess, to say, I don't want this. You know, it can be a little bit messy, can't it? And that's kind of life. So you say, we only knew each other for 4 months before I left. Somehow we ended up together through her pressure and my anxiety of actually losing her. Oh my God, my friend, a lot of people can relate to that. Even though I tried to be honest at the start and keep the expectation that I was going to leave and for it not to get too serious. Fast forward 2 years, I was so resentful when she came finally, despite her saying it would only take her 8 months, and the distance ended since I didn't want to do that. It was so impossible for me to feel happy, and some of her emotions made me feel not secure or in a safe place when I'd see her as well. Yeah, that's really common. I have talked about this a lot, but this book is immensely happy. It's called I Need Your Love, Is That True? And it's very much a book on, you know, when you get that feeling of like, what if I can't find someone else? What if I can't find someone better? And I've got to like cling on to this person because I can't do any better. This book is like absolutely the antidote to that. So I'd check this book out, and that's, you know, for all of you. I think to some extent, all of us feel that sense of attachment, don't we? Where we're like, holy shit, like I need this person. It's like, no, you don't need anyone. It's just that we often tell ourselves that we do, and that can be very painful. So go on to say, I didn't feel secure or in a safe place when I'd see her as well. We broke up 3 months ago. It was a very short call the way it happened, and we talked again recently for 3 or 4 hours. After the talk, I felt quite devastated. So much regret on my part. I struggle a lot with regret despite having help for it. That's amazing that you've got some help. That's really cool, dude. And she still seemed to have the issues that made her doubt her emotional maturity in the first place. Yeah, man, like we're all just human beings trying to do our best, aren't we? Also, her blaming it all on me hurt quite a bit. I understand that. Like, I'll be very honest and say there's been quite a few days where Imi blames a lot of stuff on me, or maybe blame isn't the right word. It's like she's hurt. And in a dynamic where she wanted to be, you know, Imi wanted to be monogamous and I was the one that wanted an open relationship, I'm trying to say this in a way that still honors other people. There are people that will say the person wanting the open relationship is a bad person, right? Like, why can't you just be monogamous? What's wrong with you? Why do you want to fuck other people? That's just cheating. Like, what? Just settle down and stop being a little boy. Like, all of that kind of stuff, right? Like, and that is, I understand that. So believe me when I say I understand feeling like you're the bad person or that you did something wrong, maybe feeling gaslit at times. Like, believe me, man, I can relate to a lot of that stuff. I think what helps, again, I'm going to bring it up again, this book, I Need Your Love, Is That True? It is like literally a book on if other people aren't appreciating you, like how to stop seeking love and approval and appreciation and start finding them instead. In other words, how to give them to yourself. This book is literally a book on if you're feeling like you're a bad person or you're feeling like other people are blaming you for things. How can I be nice to myself? If other people aren't necessarily being kind to me, that's okay. That's their business. That's got nothing to do with me. How can I be nice to myself? And part of this process is self-love, brother. Like, we're obviously going to be here to love you to bits as well, man. But like, it's got to come from you. And so something that might help you, man, I'll give you my first bit of advice other than, going out and reading that book, where you talk here about, she's blaming it on me. That hurts quite a bit. So if she's blaming you, and like I'm only hearing your side of the story, not that it's two sides against each other, but you know what I mean? Like I don't know what that looks like. I'm just hearing it from you. If you're feeling like she's blaming you and you're saying she's blaming it on me, it hurts, blah, blah, blah. Basically what you're saying there is she's not really being super kind and compassionate to me. Like maybe that's how we could phrase that. That leaves you. That's your job. What if you can be really kind and compassionate to yourself? And you probably are. Like writing all of this is an act of self-love, man. So good job. But what if you write down 5 reasons why you did a good job in the relationship with her? Because maybe you're feeling like, again, I don't know what she's saying to you, but maybe you're feeling like, she doesn't think you did a good job or you're to blame or like you fucked things up. So tell the opposite story. Tell a story to yourself, and you're welcome to tell any of us if you'd like to as well, and we'll read it. But tell a story to yourself that you did the best you could. Write down 5 or 10 things that you think you did really well. Maybe write down some times when you were very patient and compassionate with her and you think you did a pretty good job of being a boyfriend, especially with that distance. You guys were doing a long distance relationship, which is definitely playing on nightmare mode, is something I would never recommend unless you've been with someone for like literally years and years and years, or you're both extremely, insanely like independent people, or you're in an open relationship and you're both comfortable just only seeing each other every couple of months or years or whatever. Like a long distance relationship is just not something I'd ever recommend, but that's playing on hard mode. And so you've probably done a pretty good job under very trying or difficult or confusing or uncertain circumstances. Write all that shit down, brother. Like if she's not giving you a lot of love right now, because grief can make people do all sorts of crazy shit, can't it? You probably don't have to tell you that, do I? If she's not being there for you and not giving you love, that's your job. Give that to yourself. So write that list of 5 or 10 things that you think you did really well. Go read that book that I mentioned, I Need Your Love. And then on top of that, brother, keep sharing this shit. Like you sharing this is how we start working through this stuff, man. So like you sharing all this is brilliant. Share more of this shit. If you want to share it with me, we've got coaching programs. I have 2 options. You got the big hardcore coaching program. By the way, I forgot to say this at the start of the video. I was meant to, but last day today of the coaching deal, literally the last day. If any of you want the coaching, you'll get $2,000 off the price and an extra 4 weeks. Literally you have to apply today. Maybe I'll be kind and say if you apply in the next 2 days or something, I'll still give you the deal. But like today is the last official day. And then we also have that smaller community, I guess, that we're putting together, which will be $50 a month for the first couple of months, and then it's going to go up to $200. If any of you are interested in that, you can email me. So yeah, if you want to share more of this stuff, those are 2 options. You can pay for the big hardcore coaching program, and I'll listen to all this stuff, man. Like this is my bread and butter. This is the shit I like to work on with people. So you're very welcome to come to the coaching and do that. If you don't have that money or you're not interested, you're welcome to come to the $50 a month community if you want to be part of that as well. If neither of those interest you at all, that's cool. But I would be sharing this shit with more people. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. It's great that you shared it with all of us. That's incredible. The more you share this stuff, the more you feel obviously connected to other people, but the less you feel alone, do you get what I mean? Less like it's this big fucking burden that you have to just keep to yourself. Because you broke up 3 months ago, you've probably done some healing, but I can still see a lot of pain in you, brother. Like, and what will help is sharing this with more people. So, yeah, good job sharing, man. All right, so let me keep reading. So you say, she blamed it all on me, which hurt quite a bit. Still, I had some hope it could work. Yeah, that's that's like the funny thing our brains do. I actually have a breakup article. This one here, it's just on my website on killyourandaloser.com. Just search for the word breakup. And I've done a bunch of videos on breakup. If you scroll down the bottom, where are we? Down here somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. All this stuff. This is like just general advice for when you're going through a breakup. And one of the things that I said is this bit here. After you break up, you may have a few days or weeks or months where you're like, oh God, what have I done? I should try and fix it, or I should heal this, or like, fuck, can we still make it work? And like, be gentle with yourself when you feel those feelings. Like, I felt those feelings for a couple of days after Emmy and I broke up. She felt them for a couple of days after we broke up too. So be gentle with that stuff, talk it through with your friends, all of that kind of stuff. But the point of me showing this is like, this is normal. It is so unbelievably normal to feel a lot of emotions, to feel a lot of grief. It's tempting to like feel like the other person is like the enemy. I think I wrote that somewhere here. Yeah. Yep. It's very tempting after a breakup to see the other person as like a bad person or they're the problem. And really that's all this girl that you're talking about is doing. She's blaming you because that's so fucking tempting. It is so tempting during a breakup to see the other person as the enemy, but I promise you're not. Like, let me get big for you a second here, man. You are not a bad person. You might have made some mistakes. You might have done some things to hurt her. She might have done some things to hurt you back. But you're a human. You are feeling emotions, and you have tried your best. I promise that you are not a bad person, even if she's telling you that you are. I promise that's not true. The way that you'll start to feel that is by sharing this stuff with other people and have people like me tell you that you're not a bad person, that it's okay. That it's okay that she's calling you that. It's okay that she's going through pain. It's okay that you're both feeling all these emotions. And if you share this with more people, like your friends and all of that, they'll tell you the same thing. You can even just directly ask for it. You can say, hey guys, I feel like I'm a bad person. She's kind of hinting that at me and I kind of feel like it. Like, am I a bad person? Do you guys think I'm a bad person or do you think I'm an okay person? And they'll fucking tell you. They'll make you feel better. But again, good job sharing all this. All right, let's keep going. So still I had some hope it could work. I journaled for 2 days. Amazing, brilliant, beautiful. I asked her to talk again for a second time. I felt like things could work if I changed and she changed. And sometimes that's true. Like sometimes that is literally true. But a lot of the time it's just not true. And it's our grief or our desperation trying to get back. I think I even said in the article, yeah, I did. Okay, let's have a little look. So in the article, the breakup article, again, this is just on my website, Kill You and a Loser. After you break up, you might have temptations to get back. That's very normal. Give yourself some space for a few weeks to be with your friends, talk it over with people, build some independence, as in go and do some hobbies, go and spend time outside, like go and do stuff that makes you happy, and then see how you feel. But during the emotionality of a breakup, you're not really in a rational state of mind, and neither is the other person. And that isn't the time that I would necessarily be recommending you make decisions as to whether or not to get back together. Again, sometimes people do get back together. Like, beautiful, amazing. I'm just saying, like, you will feel a lot of emotions and so will the other person. Feel those feelings, talk to friends, talk to a therapist, share with us like you have here. But yeah, you probably know that now because you're talking about what you've already gone through. So I felt like we could work. If I changed, she changed, and we did things to strengthen like a new relationship. But she said she only wanted to communicate via letters. I'm not sure what she wants from this. She wants distance, man. She doesn't want to be hurt, and she doesn't want to hurt you. And letters are a way of doing that. She blocked me since I panicked a bit when she denied having a call. So this is what I mean, where I say, like, we want to try our best, and it's not always easy. You're a human being doing his best, but we want to try our best to give ourselves and our partner some space. And that can be really difficult. Like, trust me, I know that. I'm literally going through that right now. One thing that's helped Emmy and I is we rented out a little Airbnb. And I said, anytime you want to go there, go there. Anytime I want to go there, I will go there. And she spent like multiple days there. And she's actually moving forward when she's going to leave. I know that was a weird sentence that I just said. She planned on staying in this apartment with me for the next 5 weeks to finish her job and then leave. She's moved that date or brought that date forward, so she'll be leaving like 9 days from now. So she only would have stayed here for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something. So space. Point I'm making here is space really freaking helps, because we do panic. We're going through grief and we have a freak out. We're like, holy shit, I'm never going to see this person ever again. Oh my God, oh my God. All of that comes from the lie that our brain believes that we can't ever find someone else, that this was the only person that we'll ever have any connection with, which is just not true. Again, the book that helps the most with this is I Need Your Love, Is That True? How to Stop Seeking Love, Approval, and Appreciation and Start Finding Them Instead. That book is by Byron Katie, so that book helps a little bit. But yeah, man, you're a human being, so is she. You're both navigating a messy situation, you know what I mean? Like, you want her back and your brain is panicking and going, oh my God, I lost her. Oh my God, I'm never going to find someone else. Like, the brain just panics. My brain does the same thing. Amy and I have talked about this a lot in the last 2 weeks, where I've said like, hey, I've had thoughts that I'm never going to find another woman as good as you. And she's like, yeah, I've had thoughts I'm never going to find a man as good as you. And I'm like, huh. Well, that shit can't be true. Like, there's like 8 billion people on the planet, 9 billion people. Surely the two of us are not the best two people on the entire planet. And we're not even a great match. Like, we were a great match on everything except maybe the most important thing, which is sexual compatibility. I want open relationships. She wants monogamy. That is like the most fundamental incompatibility that you could ever have. And so we can't possibly be the two best people for each other. And we just kind of talk through that shit. But that stuff is like very common, man. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is everything that you've done here and everything that you felt and everything that she felt, like all of this is very, 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 very normal during a breakup. So she thought some of my texts were too much. Maybe they were, I think. And she said to only talk via letters. Isn't that really beautiful? Like, let's hit the pause button for half a second. I think it's fucking beautiful that you were able to be this honest and be your true authentic self. And then I think it's fucking beautiful that she was able to be her authentic self and have the boundaries to say, hey, this isn't good for me. Please only communicate via letters. Isn't that amazing? Like, bro, she is teaching me right now as I read this about healthy boundaries, which is something that I haven't always been great at. I struggle with boundaries sometimes. Like, I really do. And so, wow, on behalf of like me and everyone else who struggles, thank you to her for having her own healthy boundaries. That's really fucking brave. It was probably really fucking difficult for her to say to you, please only communicate via letters. I'm sure she would have known how much that hurts you. I'm sure she would have known what an asshole or a bitch you might think that she is. And I don't know if you do feel like that, but she probably worried about that. And so, my God, is that incredible. And the fact that, you say, I understand her need for space. Brother, that's insane. That's amazing when you're going through grief that you're able to recognize, I get that she wants some space. You tried to apologize. Yeah, man, sometimes okay, I'm going to tell all of you a secret right now. It's not a secret, but like a cheat code. When someone asks for space, give them space and I mean this with love, shut the fuck up. And I say that to myself as much as anyone else. Like, that is something, like, literally that's what I say in my head. Anytime Amy would ask for space, I would give it to her. And then my brain would want to get in there and try and help. Or I'd want to just come back an hour later and be like, hey, how you feeling? Or I'd want to apologize. Or I'd want to like help her. The cheat code that helped me the most was in my head, I would just go, Andy, your job is to shut the fuck up. And you try and say that in a loving way. It's not an attack, but your job when someone asks for space is to say, okay, I respect that. I'll give you space, and then shut the fuck up. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Don't try and fix it. Give them space and back the fuck off. And maybe you can say something when they first ask for space and say, okay, I'm going to give you space. Whenever you're ready to talk, you come to me. I'm not going to go to you. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to try and fix it. I will leave you. I'm right here. I'm a safe place for you to come to whenever you want to. But I'm not going to chase you, okay? And they'll go, okay. And then your job is to just like shut the fuck up. And I know that's really hard. Like, trust me, you're talking to the guy who is like the king of trying to fix things instead of just like giving people space. That is like literally me to a T. If Imogen was sitting here right now, she's in the other room, but she would fucking laugh when I say that. She'd be like, yep, Andy is not always great at giving people space. He wants to fix it because I'm a coach. I like helping people, right? I like being there for people. So, brother, believe me, From one person who apologizes when someone asks for space to another, from me to you, the best thing you can ever do for anyone in the future when they ask for space is just shut the fuck up and back the fuck off. And I know that's hard. It's hard for me. Believe me. But yeah, that's why she then went on to block you. And again, isn't that insane that she has that beautiful boundary? I think that's amazing. I'm really proud of her. Like, I know that might not be what you want to hear, but I'm fucking proud of her. She's done something really beautiful for herself, and she might even teach you something about boundaries, and about self-love. She put herself first here, and you go on to say, I feel quite unhappy from this. It's your job now to put yourself first, and that doesn't mean trying to fix it with her or apologize, and you probably already know that. Like, I think you already know that. Yeah, because you say, the hope that I had that things could work out and change has left me. Yeah, so you get this now, brother. You get this now. And this is where I would turn towards yourself. And again, this book, I Need Your Love, Is That True? I would go and read this book. I would spend a lot of time with your friends. I would keep opening up like you have here. This is fucking amazing, man. This is such good shit. Thank you for sharing all this. I would go and do some hobbies. Do whatever you need to do to have the most amazing, beautiful life that you possibly can. Because everything you've written here, all the pain, all the struggle, all the suffering, comes from a lie or a naive belief that you needed her. That's where this pain comes from. That you needed her to be happy. And that's simply not true, my beautiful brother. It is not true at all. You can have an amazing, wonderful, kick-ass, legendary life without her or any woman. You don't need another human being to make you happy. And that can be a difficult thing to sort of start to realize. Again, the book I keep bringing up, I Need Your Love, Is That True? Will really help. There's a million other books that will help about independence and self-love, and there's a million spheres out there of general like self-improvement sphere and all of that will tell you to focus on yourself. And that doesn't mean like at the cost of everyone else. Like, you don't have to be selfish and cold and all of that, but focus on loving yourself, focus on hobbies, focus on your friends, focus on giving to other people, focus on vulnerability like you have here, focus on building the most amazing life ever and not needing someone else to make you happy. And that applies to women too. Like any women listening, focus on building an amazing life for yourself, and don't worry about or don't believe the lie that you need a man to complete you, because you don't need anyone else. And when you don't need anyone else, if someone comes into your life, what will you have? Gratitude, because they're a bonus that you weren't reliant on in order to be happy. And so if you have that person in your life, that partner or that casual friends with benefits or that friend or whatever, you're going to appreciate the shit out of them, because you're going to say, I don't need you, but I do want you. And I'm really glad you're here. And I have gratitude for you. And if you come into my life, that's amazing. If you leave my life, that's amazing. Either way, my life is just carrying on. I have this analogy of relationships and friendships and all of that. Imagine you're a train on a train track. And you're going down these train tracks, and you're going to your final destination, which you might call death or the afterlife or whatever you believe in, reincarnation, whatever. You're on this train track, and you're the train that's not going to deviate from that train tracks. Your entire life, you are going to be you, and you're going to live your purpose and your life and your mission. And every now and then you'll stop at a particular station, and sometimes people will get on and they'll get off. And the people will get on and ride your train, live your life with you. Maybe they stay on for a couple of stops. Maybe they stay on for a lot of stops. Maybe some people stay on the train with you the entire time. And when you get to your final destination, they're still there and they wave you goodbye, or they stay on the train and they die with you, or they move on with you. But a lot of people are going to get on the train, ride a couple of stops, and get off. Or they'll get on the train and ride a lot of stops. Emmy was one of those people for me. She rode that train with me for 7 years, and I rode her train with her for 7 years. And that was beautiful. And then when she gets off, rather than saying, fuck, like, why did this happen? It's like, I'm still the train on the train tracks. Nothing changed. Someone just got on my train and got off. And yes, I will be sad. Yes, I will grieve. Yes, I will miss them. But my train is still going. I'm still allowed to be happy. I'm still me. I haven't lost anything. With grief, a lot of the time we feel like we've lost a big part of ourselves, like something is missing. I've lost me. I don't know who I am. You're still that train on that train track. You're still having your own mission, your own purpose, your own life, your own fulfillment, your own sense of self. And if you don't have that, again, that book, I Need Your Love, Is That True, can really help, and a bunch of other books as well. But yeah, you're the train on that train track. And if you can get to a point where you love it when people hop on the train with you, and you love it when they hop off. Oh, that is an enlightened life. That is a happy, peaceful life. I'm not always perfect with that myself, but it's something I've been working on for a couple of years now. I think I'm decent at it. And having as much love and gratitude as I can when people leave my life, instead of expecting that they will always be there, because they just won't. Like, most people won't be in your life forever. And even if they are, you will eventually die, or they will. Like, it's just a natural thing that relationships spread apart or break up, or someone passes on, or they move away, or you stop being friends, or something happens, or you just gradually drift apart because you get busy. Like, that is just such a normal part of human life. But we spend our entire lives fighting against that, arguing with that, hating it, pretending it's not the truth. It is the truth. None of you are ever going to be in a relationship forever. You're just not. You will eventually die. Even if you grow old together and you live to your hundreds together and you have like 80 beautiful years together, which is amazing. Oh my God, is that not beautiful? One of you will die, or both of you will die at the same time, which is rare. Statistically, normally one person dies before the other. You're just not going to be with anyone forever. And that might seem like a scary thought, and I'm not intending for it to be. I'm trying to say it as a freeing thought. You are the train that goes on those train tracks. Be grateful for every single person that joins you on that journey, but don't have any expectations. In other words, let me get something. You guys know this is my favorite thing to bring out. I have no expectations, only curiosity. And so if you can be the person that just has curiosity, I wonder how long this person is going to be in my life. And then when they decide not to be, yes, grieve, yes, feel all of that. Be sad, get mad, whatever you're feeling, feel it. Don't suppress it or hide it or run away from it or pretend it's not there. But try your best to remind yourself that, like, yeah, this person didn't promise me that they'd be, or even if they did promise me, life doesn't promise you that you're going to be with someone. We believe that naive story. It's almost like a childlike fairy tale, isn't it? We convince ourselves, this one is my soulmate. They're going to be with me forever. Maybe they'll be with you until you die, and that's beautiful. Maybe they'll be with you for 1 month, and that's beautiful. Maybe, like in your case, my friend, they'll be with you for 2 years. That's beautiful. However much time they are with you, we can be grateful for every second of that. We don't need it to last forever, because that's not even possible. All right, let's keep reading. So you're going to say, I wanted to try and change for her. No, always not what I would recommend. Always maybe I won't say always, but 99% of the time a mistake to try and change massively to be who someone else wants you to be. But this time I was going to throw myself in 100% instead of fence sitting like I had. Anyway, I would like to use this as a catalyst for growth. Amazing. Beautiful, my friend. But sometimes I get overwhelmed from the emotions and past regret. Yeah, that's called being a human. You can have both, by the way. It's not one or the other. You've phrased it here, and this is just what our brains do. You've phrased it here as if you have to use this as a catalyst for growth or get overwhelmed from the emotions. You're almost making it sound like I'm not allowed to get overwhelmed from the emotions and the regret. I'm supposed to use this as a catalyst for growth. I'm supposed to be enlightened. God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I feeling emotions and being overwhelmed? Why am I sitting in regret? I know I'm supposed to be positive. Fucking hell, man. Holy shit. I didn't even read the next sentence. When I just said everything I said, I hadn't read your next sentence. Look at your next sentence, brother. I have a hard time looking at the positives in my life, even though I know I should be doing this. Jesus fucking Christ. I just predicted what you were thinking. And yeah, like, do this for long enough and you predict all of this shit. But like, look, brother, you are literally putting all this insane pressure on yourself that, like, I should be looking at the positives. What do you mean you should be? There are no fucking shoulds, brother. There are no shoulds. There's nothing you should be doing. You are a human being who right now is feeling overwhelmed from the emotions. Great. You're a human being who's attaching and getting stuck on past regrets. Cool. Welcome to being a person. We all do that. I do that. Like, there is no should. And if you read, you can't afford the luxury of a negative thought, it specifically tells you there are no fucking shoulds. There's nothing you should do. It's okay to feel the emotions. Don't bottle them up. Don't pretend they shouldn't be there. Don't lie to yourself and say, why am I feeling emotions? I'm a fucking loser. I'm supposed to be enlightened. I'm supposed to be peaceful. No, motherfucker, you're supposed to be whatever the fuck you are currently being. And if you are overwhelmed by emotions, share that like you have with us. That's beautiful. If you are stuck on past regrets, share that so we can help you. Like I said, I have coaching. I've got the 2 tiers of coaching you're welcome to come to, and I will literally help you work with regret. But the very first fucking thing that I will say when you come to me, and I say this to most of my coaching clients, is you are not broken, my beautiful friend. There is no fucking problem here. There's nothing we're fixing. We're just helping you process your regrets. We're helping you when you feel a little overwhelmed by the emotions. But it's not a bad thing. It's not like you're broken and you say, I want to use this as a catalyst for growth. You are. You're literally in the process of doing the thing that you want. You've just told a story that you're for some reason not allowed to get overwhelmed by emotions. Do you know how many times I get overwhelmed by emotions? I fucking cried yesterday. I'm grieving. I'm going through a fucking breakup. I felt overwhelmed this morning. I almost cried this morning when talking to Imogen. And if I cry, beautiful, great. Whatever my body wants to do is what I'm going to let it do. And so, brother, there is nothing you should do. There is nothing you have to do, my amazing, brave friend. So you're going to say, I am in a new place and there is some excitement about meeting new people from different cultures. Isn't that cool? It's hard to focus on this right now, and that's okay. And when I go out, recently, I'm in my head, and that's okay. And this on my mind affects the confidence that I had with women, and that's okay. I just want the old intimacy and closeness I had, and it's okay to want that. And I apparently ruined it. It's okay to feel like you ruined it. Maybe it's all my fault, and if it is all your fault, that's okay. Also, and then the last bit's just some like nice messages about the channel and all of that, which I appreciate, man. That's beautiful. So what you can do, my friend, you probably know what I'm going to say because I just hinted at it. You can go back through your entire post, and with every sentence you've written here, what I would love for you to do is try adding on to the end of it, and that's okay. So I've gone through a breakup recently, and that's okay. It was long distance, and I didn't want to do it in the first place. The implication being there, I shouldn't have agreed to it, and it's okay that I did. We ended up together through her pressure, and I had anxiety of losing her, and that's okay. I tried to be honest and tried not to let it get too serious, but I failed at that. It got serious, and that's okay. We were there for 2 years, and then I felt all this resentment, and that's okay. She said it would only take her 8 months, but it took her 2 years, and that's okay. The distance ended. I didn't want to do that, and that's okay. It was impossible for me to feel happy, and that's okay. Some of her emotions made me feel not secure, and that's okay. I didn't feel like I was in a safe place when I did see her, and that's okay. It was a really short call when we broke up, and that's okay. After the talk, I felt devastated, and that's okay. I felt regret on my part, and that's okay. I struggle a lot with regret, and that's okay. I'm getting help for regret, and the implication being, so therefore I should be better at dealing with regret, but you're not, and that's okay. And so go through your entire post, my friend, and to every sentence, every painful sentence that you have written here, add the phrase, and that's okay. And see how you feel afterwards, and you might find that to be quite fucking magical and life-changing, because everything is okay. Everything's going to be okay. We just argue. We argue with reality. Almost every sentence that you've written here, maybe you don't realize it, but you're arguing with reality. You're saying this isn't okay. It shouldn't be like this. And it's like, well, motherfucker, reality is bigger than you, and this is how it is. You're even saying, I shouldn't be getting overwhelmed by emotions. Well, you are. You are. And that's okay. There's no problem with reality. You're just the one saying that there is, and that's very painful. We all argue with reality. God knows I do. I'm a human like you. But if we stop arguing with reality and do some radical acceptance and saying, and that's okay, is the easiest way to do that, but there's a million other ways as well. Meditation is great. Talking to friends is great. Therapy is great. Byron Katie is great. All of that shit. Letting go is great. David Hawkins is great, etc. But if we can accept, I am a human being who's feeling these emotions. I am a human being who's pissed off. I'm a human being who's upset. I'm a human being who's angry as fuck. If we can just accept all of that, man, do we move back in touch with our own integrity and we can actually start to let ourselves be a little bit happy. So again, thank you for sharing all of this. I had planned to read out more of like each one of your things, but I think I might split them into separate videos. So maybe we will leave this as one video. Otherwise, I might be here for several hours, and I think I'm a little bit tired. And so it might be an act of kindness for me to end this video right there. But thank you for sharing, my wonderfully brave friend. Like I said, if you would like help with any of this stuff, we got 2 coaching tiers. The big hardcore coaching program with $2,000 off right now, and an extra 4 weeks if you sign up in the next day, like right now. Link down below to that. I'm happy to jump on a free call and talk through things and all of that sort of stuff. And that is obviously open to all of you. Like, you're all welcome to come to the coaching program, no shit. And the little smaller community that we're putting together at the moment that'll normally be $200, but $50 if you sign up like literally now. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. I might not give that discount. I know I already said it, so if anyone applies, fine, you can have the discount, but I'm saying this more to myself. I want to stop saying that's a discount. We're just going to make it $200 a month now. Like, we're ready to go. We've built it. It's all ready. So if any of you do want the discount for $50, like, I'll probably still give it to you just because I have mentioned it a couple of times. But yeah, going forward, that's going to be $200 a month. So that's there as well. I'll leave a link to both of those. But you're all doing a fabulous job. I appreciate you all being incredibly freaking brave on that video that I talked about where, you know, some of you left comments. I will do follow-up videos about the rest of your comments, or I'll go in there and write a reply to you or something. I'll probably just record a video. That's probably easier, but I appreciate you all being incredibly vulnerable. You're all doing an amazing job. Be gentle with yourselves. It's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to argue with reality. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to be not be perfectly fucking peaceful and enlightened and positive. I'm not. I'm a human being like the rest of you. We're all just trying to do our goddamn best.